there's so much swirling going on. If somebody actually said I could read this person's mind, what are they actually even reading? Like, how would they even know what?
Maybe your internal monologue.
That's going on at the same time as everything else is. It's like a swirling vortex of nonsense in there. How would anyone be able to delineate what is actually being quote unquote thought when so many things are whirling around at the same time?
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm here with Snippins, Weenus, or otherwise known as Precious Boo Boo. And today we're talking about the internal monologue with friends who love to give each other the business. You know how you're thinking like, oh, tomorrow I got to get up, I got to do this, I got to do that. You have an internal monologue, right? You can hear yourself talking.
Yes.
In your mind.
Yeah.
What language is it?
English.
Interesting. Snippins.
Yeah, I have an internal monologue.
Well, because there's some people who claim that they don't have one. That they just
that sounds awesome.
That they just see pictures.
I see pictures too.
It is possible that your internal monologue is not as literal as we interpret it. That's just how we process it. Maybe it really is just like subcode. It's like zeros and ones or whatever, or however our brain would work in that sense. But we, in order to make sense of it, we process it into English or whatever.
When you watch a toddler play, a toddler will be like, my truck, and then I put that, and they're talking. Their internal monologue is external. Like you can see them doing it.
No, that sounds awful.
And over time, well, that's why they're annoying. Over time, it becomes internal. But they do shorthand like we do. Like it's shorthand. Like you're not having complete sentences. You're actually filling in the blanks. That thing when they say, "Oh my God, I've slipped dimensions. I thought it was Looney Tunes." TOONS.
The Mandela effect.
When you see a word, a lot of times you're not actually reading it. You just fill it in.
Yeah. I feel like
over time.
I feel like with Looney Tunes, though, when you think about it, it did always have like the little music symbol. So you could process and realize that it was tunes like a song.
I actually am one of the people who thought it was cartoons, Looney Tunes.
It would make sense, but it all like when you look at the branding, there was like a tune branding to it. Whereas the Berenstain Bears, I do feel like is an indicator that something broke.
No, it's just your memory is what broke. Because a lot of times people see things and you quick read it. You're not really reading it. Like you just see the beginning and the end of something and you're like, nah. And so when you see it later.
Do you see my suspicious eyes at you? I'm giving you the squint because I don't believe it.
Give me the thing about how you slipped through dimensions. Go ahead. Give me that.
I don't think that I did. I think we all did. I think something broke. Someone like broke something. And now it's Berenstain Bears or whatever.
I don't know. I wasn't in that dimension. I was in a different dimension when
it maybe was more prominent to people who were children of the 80s.
I was a children of the 80s. What is it and what did you think it was?
It's Berenstain.
Mm-hmm.
And like I want to emphasize Beren, Beren, Berenstain. And I believe that most people remember it as Bernstein.
The Berenstain Bears is what I remember them as. But again,
Steen or Stain?
I wouldn't say Stain anyway, because I would think that would be weird.
Many people incorrectly remember the name of the series as the Berenstain Bears. The confusion generated multiple explanations of the memories, including an unannounced name change, time travel, or parallel universes, and has been described as an instance of the Mandela effect. I think this is like a butterfly effect thing. I think somebody went back in time to kill Hitler, and they fucked it up. Like they shot a guy who was standing behind him, and then, Ira Berenstain became Dave Bernstein or Berenstein or whatever, is what I think happened.
Why does it sound 100 times stupider when you say it in a sentence like that? Like, as an idea, it's intriguing, but when you say it like that, I want to run upstairs and close my door. That's what I want to do, because it's so dumb.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's really dumb. Like, you can't tell me that that's like a reason for anything. You're telling me that that's more likely than you just not remember. You do understand that the entire island of Australia thought that the song "Our Lips Are Sealed" was Alex the Seal, like a seal.
That was not a thing.
It is a thing. Look it up. It is an actual thing.
Like, listen, I understand, like, Luke, I am your father. I understand how we bastardize that quote, and that becomes a confusing thing.
Sure.
But like an entire different pronunciation of a name that was it's like people
How do you explain?
thinking it's like people thinking it was Barney the dinosaur, and all the time it was Bernie the dinosaur. That's the level we're talking of, like, craziness of the change or the shift.
Alex the Sea. So I'll give you another example. My friend in college, you know the song what is it? Every Breath You Take by Sting. It's the Police, I believe. It's the Police.
Yes.
Mhm.
So like there's a lyric in there. How my poor heart aches for every breath you take. He thought it was I'm a pool hall ace.
Is that
Now,
maybe
Makes
wishful thinking?
now look, that is ridiculous, and we all held our sides and laughed on the ground for 20 minutes. But the point is, he developed a whole thing about being a pool hall ace for somebody's breath. Like he ran with it. Do you understand? Like he made up an entire spritz. Now, was he wrong to do that?
No,
Why? Oh, this is an excellent spritz. Why was he not wrong?
because it was he came up with a new angle on it.
No, of course he was wrong. What are you talking about? So that particular song by the Police, is it a love song?
No, it's a stalker song.
Exactly. Now, on many occasions, Sting himself has said that this is a stalker song. It's not a love song. But you go to most weddings, they play that. They play it at
Why?
weddings all the time because people think it's a love song. Now, the question is, Precious Boo Boo, am I wrong for thinking that it's a love song?
I was saying that he's not wrong for coming up with this whole little world around Pool Hall Ace. That's his prerogative. Are you
No.
wrong for thinking it's a love song? You're
Hmm.
incorrect, but that doesn't make you wrong as a person. You're just incorrect about how you heard that song. But I could see why someone would confuse it. It
They are
sounds like a romantic song.
they're different things, and I'll tell you why they're
Sure.
different. No, I'm saying thinking Pool Hall Ace and thinking that it's a love song or it's a love song to me are two different things. And here's as you would say, I would argue, some bands never put the lyrics in their albums or whatever. Like they don't.
Yeah, I'm sure they love people not knowing.
Yeah, well, there's a reason for that because a lot of them want people to have the song mean whatever it is to them because it's an artistic expression. This isn't a fact. Like if you make an artistic expression to people, you kind of want them to be down with whatever you're doing, but you also kind of want them to run with it and create like weird worlds in their mind. To do that,
You want to compel the power of the imagination.
sure, and yes, you run away when it goes astray, and it does. Pool Hall Ace is an example, but I think the difference is Pool Hall Ace is he's misunderstood, and I think also Alex the Seal completely misunderstanding it. But I think thinking that that song is a love song when it's a stalker song may not be quite as bad.
I have
you-
a misheard lyric.
Or is
Well, I mean, there's a difference between mishearing words that are sung and okay, I have an example. There's a David Bowie song,
please?
and in the song, he said one of the lines is, "The speaker was an angel." I am going to draw you what I thought he was talking about.
What is
Yeah,
that?
but I'm trying to draw what I pictured in my mind. And it looked like this. Oh, shoot.
Oh, speakers.
Oh,
and
well,
a-
that's just misinterpreting the word because he's saying speakers
Right,
and the
but
person
that's-
talking.
He meant the person talking. And I,
Okay.
for I don't know how long, was like, the speaker was an angel? Wow. But that's different than just mishearing the lyrics. I heard the lyrics right. I just interpreted them wrong.
But is it wrong? I think that's exactly what I'm talking about. I think they'd be delighted. Now, this isn't quite as egregious as Pool Hall Ace, right?
Well, those are wrong. Those are different words.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying the whole idea, the whole concept, like everything is different. But
Mhm.
yours is one, hilarious, and two, and two, the music is coming out of the speaker. So look what you did. You made a new spritz. But I don't think that one's quite as like I wouldn't open my veins after making that, as you would call them. It's not that bad. But
Okay.
I think that's another reason. Like I've heard people who do these albums, as you call them, and the ones who don't release the lyrics say that they do it on purpose because they don't want this thing of, oh, I thought it was this, but it turned out to be this, and I like mine better. Like, you know, you read books and you think of the characters in your mind, and that's what books do, right? You picture the book as you're reading it, and then you'll see Game of Thrones, and then that character isn't at all what you, and you're like, ugh, the person I had in my mind is way different than the person they cast. There's that feeling, and that's the feeling they don't want you to have when you hear songs, because a lot of times when we hear songs, we create worlds around them, and that's what they want you to do. That's what they want.
Well, do you think people who don't have an internal dialogue have a hard time reading fiction or even nonfiction, I guess? But
a lot of them say that they do picture things.
Oh, okay.
So if you're picturing them, I mean, we kind of do too, the ones who say we do have internal monologues. But I mean, that's the other thing, that there's a whole other theory that your internal monologue is fake. Like, it's all fake. Like, there's no reason for you to talk to yourself. Like, you
can't myself out loud. So
yeah, people do that too. People do that too, and we put them in straitjackets. But no, I'm kidding. It's actually quite normal to do that. But like, also in recent years, they've discovered that people do talk to themselves out loud. People do talk to themselves in their mind. It's completely normal. There's nothing weird about it. But what I do find weird, only weird, like not unnatural, but I find it strange, is the people who say they don't have an internal dialogue at all. Like,
that is strange.
Yeah, that is strange.
I wonder if
there's any crossover. I do.
Like the people who like see colors for sound and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? I wonder if there's any crossover between that.
Ever since I was a kid, I see numbers as having personalities and genders and even complicated genders. Is that weird?
Yes.
I don't mean to judge, but that is a little odd.
Give us an example.
I don't want to now.
What does the number 3 do that the number 4 doesn't do? What exactly are you talking
4
about?
is a more serious number than 3. 3 is funner.
Now,
I would strongly disagree. I would argue the opposite. I think 3 comes off as a very serious number.
3 is more jovial.
Is it because it looks like a sideways boobs? Why is 3 so fun?
I don't know.
What is 3 doing that 4 doesn't ever want to do?
4 is just more serious.
What benefit? What possible benefit is there?
9 is a feminine number, but like kind of has more of a masculine personality.
Why?
It's butch.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you giving numbers any kind? This is
I have no idea.
When did this start?
I like as long as I can remember.
Did you do it out of frustration? Were you angry at the numbers?
Not nearly as angry as I was at the letters.
How do you feel about the letters? Do the letters have these properties to them?
Kinda, yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what neurosis this even is. What is it?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Well,
I know. I mean, if Bootman Pones was still here,
we should ask Boot to diagnose you. Jesus, that threw my recline out of order on my
I don't want to make light of this any more than you have, but okay. I feel like this isn't even a realm of study worth pursuing. Like, you just gave gender.
Probably not. I might be the only person that does this. I don't know. I've never met anybody else that does it.
So you were in class, and they were like, "Here's your 1 through 10s," and then you were like, "Boy, girl, boy." That's what you did.
It was more like I just felt that.
Boo-boo, she felt it.
I know what boys like. They like the number 7.
7 is yeah.
I don't even know where to begin. Like, again, I don't think anyone would give this any serious study for us to even look it up. Oh my God, it is a real thing.
Is it? Oh my god, I feel so much better. I feel so much better. Because every time I say that to someone, they look at me like I am nuts. And
How did you
I'm
look
like,
this
I've
up?
been doing it since.
I just
Mhm.
wrote, do people give numbers and letters gender roles? And it said ordinal linguistic personification.
It's like that thing I was talking about where you like visualize color for
Ordinal
sound.
sequences such as ordinal numbers, days, months, and letters are associated with personalities or genders.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real thing, Snippins.
Oh, thank God. Because I really thought that I was just all alone on my own little island out here.
Do you do it with all ordered sequences or just numbers and letters?
It's not as strong as it is with numbers mostly and letters.
And
Yeah.
Halkins in
Make it
1893
weird,
described the case. T's are generally crabbed, ungenerous creatures. U is a soulless son of a sort of thing. 4 is honest, but 3 I cannot trust. 9 is dark, a gentleman tall and graceful. But
Mm-mm.
politic under I feel like these are lost words that I'm trying to read now.
but
These are like Victorian words.
what are you looking up?
I looked up the Wikipedia article and they're breaking down reports on this from the 1890s.
Oh, so it's oh my goodness, it happens for a long time.
Yep.
We took an online test for autism. Snippins got such a high number that they gave her 1-800 number to call and said without delay.
Did it really? Did
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah. Like Snippins lost her mind. She was like, I gotta go. When it's 2 p.m, she's like, I gotta go to sleep. And she went to sleep for like 17 hours after this test. This test broke her.
Yeah, if I can't deal with anything, I'll just fall asleep.
She couldn't handle it. She couldn't
I was
handle.
like, I don't need any more problems.
She blew the curve. She blew the curve on this.
There was the highest score was 50, and I got a 49.
I got like a 23, and it said, well, you don't. I mean, you're on the scale, but whatever. Basically, is what it told me. It was just like, just go on with your life, and you don't think numbers are people. You're fine. That's what it said. What do you think the 1-800 number that you saw so many personalities that
It was like walking into a party.
Yeah, because I don't like parties really. I don't like large groups of people, which is probably why I scored a 23. But you saw those giant 800 numbers in red, by the way, because I saw her because she was sharing her screen.
I was sharing my screen.
Yeah, and it was like without delay, like don't pass go, do not collect $50.
Yeah, it seemed emergent.
This number now.
Yeah,
like they were worried about you, Snippins. More worried than I usually am, which is saying something. But yeah, so I have tallied our votes, and feel free to write in the comments section who you think is never right in this episode. Oh my God, it is a real thing.
Is it? Oh, you're never right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want more content from the Never Right podcast.